Oh, ich habe sie alle gelesen. Let's go. Episode 1, Phantom Limbs. Spannend. Phantomgliedmaßen. Nördlich von Kabul. Im Norden von Kabul. Ja, nördliches Kabul, also das ist ja North of Kabul.
The area ahead is under total Soviet control. Miller's been captive for 10 days. Not much time left.
The weather will clear shortly.
Storm's passing.
Oh, da oben. Da blinkt was. Ich will es haben. Ich weiß nicht, was es ist, aber ich will es haben. Danke. Wasser gut. Ah, neue Hand. Nicht so einfach bis jetzt. Revolver, Schalaschaschka. Schalaschaschka? Was war das? Die, was da oben geblinkt sind, will ich immer noch haben. Scouts Parasite Unit. Yes, starring the Scouts Parasite Unit. Ja. Spricht unser Hauptheld auch? Doch, er hat ja schon gesprochen. Hat schon was.
9 years on ice. Solo infiltration of the Soviet main ground forces. Should be the perfect one.
Dankeschön.
Kazuhira Miller is being held in Dawandehar to the north. Check its location now. Take out your iDroid. You see Wandy on the map? That's where they're keeping Miller. Only problem is, we don't know his exact location. Finding it is your first priority.
Okay.
Go ahead and close the iDroid.
No.
Boss, put the iDroid away for a moment.
Okay.
Got your binoculars? Or should I say, your in-scope?
Got it.
See the village? Straight ahead? To the right. A little to the left. All right, that's the village. If you see something through the binoculars and you need more information, just give me a call. I'll tell you anything I can about it. That's Violo Village, the Violo Calais. The villagers fled the war and evacuated a while back. Since then, it's become a base for the Soviets' 40th Army. A few days ago, Miller was taken through there, en route towards Dawandehar. You may be able to pick up the trail there. It's worth a shot. Put a marker on it so you don't lose track of where it is.
Market place.
Now you won't have to worry about getting lost along the way.
Cool.
He can't have much left in him. I give him 3 days tops. If we fail, and he dies, we lose our chance of revenge. But we need more intel. If you just go charging into Dawandehar, you'll be putting both your lives at risk. See what you can find out first. The Soviets have other outposts, not just the one you saw. Afghanistan is a big place. I expect you'll become quite familiar with those binoculars as you plan your next move. How and where you make it, well, that's up to you. From here on out, you're on your own.
Okay. Cool.
You're a legend in the eyes of those who live on the battlefield. That's why you have to handle this mission yourself. Put those 9 years behind you, and return as Big Boss. That's how Cos would want it. I'll be sending additional intel by radio. Stay sharp. Not one of Miller's bodyguards survived. And they were good. All we found on the scene were their corpses and knees. They'll be missing them. And you're his only hope of getting them back.
Jeffrey Eyewear. Oh, da ist dieses scheiß Metallstück, von dem ich erzählt habe, mit dem Schädel. Holy shit!
Now go! Let the legend come back to life.
Aber ich will das Ding da oben erst haben.
Why don't you do a little more practice in those ruins? Shooting, taking cover, climbing obstacles. See to it that 9-year gap doesn't slow you down.
I'm not against this idea. Da vorne ist es. Okay. Ganz kurz. Wie führe ich Knockdowns aus? Wenn ich mich an Gegner anschleiche? Das ist eine Schlaf-, das ist eine Tranquilizer-Waffe. Nur mal ganz kurz. Ja, es ist beides, hat beides eine Hint. So, das hatte ich schon. Okay.
Even the sheerest cliffs are climbable if there are cracks you can use as handholds. You might even find some unexpected routes that way. Keep an eye out for cracks on your travels.
Okay. What?
That's a rough diamond. Good find. It'll fetch a high price.
Also Stealth Boat. Solche Tracks, alles klar. Den kann ich mich fallen lassen, verstehe.
That's a type of medicinal plant. Bring it back to base. It's sure to be useful sometime.
Scharf. Okay. Shift Gegner und zur Seite. schnell, es ist eigentlich egal, ob ich das bewerte. Und ich verwirre, ist eigentlich wirklich sehr gut gemacht. Und die Sache hier. Einfach nur tödlich. Die Empfindlichkeit finde ich eigentlich ganz gut so. Es fühlt sich sehr, sehr ordentlich an. Lapse time. Okay.
The target is Kazuhira Miller. The target is Kazuhira Miller, your old partner. He was captured by the Soviets and is being held at 1 day. He's gonna look a lot worse than that photo, but I'm sure you'll know him when you see him.
Available skills, blueprints, rescuer, quick draw.
Boss, your mission is to rescue the target Kazuhira Miller, the man you called your partner 9 years ago. Miller was training guerrilla rebels near the Pakistani border when he was captured by the Soviets. He's currently being held at Dawandehar. Rescue Miller from the Soviet troops and...
Okay, cassette tapes.
You were hospitalized in Dikelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain. Why Dikelia? The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you.
Holy what? Das ist ja so viel Zeug. Okay, gut zu wissen. Aber jetzt haben wir noch nichts. Da wollen wir hin. Visual Tapes, dann will ich Ocelot's Briefing.
You were hospitalized in Dikelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain. Why Dikelia? The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is inside its own belly. You were a regular Geppetto. Well, it wasn't Pinocchio who led me out to safety. So who was that guy? Cypher went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead. He said I was in a British military hospital. But the doctor had a Greek accent. They hire locally. Easier to trust them. Dikelia is also home to Greek Cypriots, after all. What about the Turks? They haven't returned to the south. Not yet. The Cyprus dispute is still a long way from resolved. The country is just as split as it was in '74. Turkish Cypriots in the north, Greek Cypriots in the south. Between them, the Green Line, the UN established.
And Decalia sits right on top of it.
It does. Part of the buffer zone between the two groups. And another reason it was the perfect place to hide you. Easy to spot any outsiders snooping around.
So how do things stand?
Now, last year, the Turks declared that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is an independent state, though it's only Turkey that recognizes it. In the past, the Greeks and Turks lived side by side in the same villages. There are reasons to fight. Those came from the outside. Greece, Turkey, Britain, America, they all have their own stake in pitting the two sides against each other. But once you spark something like this, it's impossible to control. Both sides build up grudges like death, without the foresight to see that each act of revenge just fans the flames. And then it's too late for other nations to rush in with peace talks. The embers keep on smoldering. Each nation's arrogance only breeds anarchy. The world is paralyzed by this hunger for revenge. Cyprus is no different. You're up.
We're changing ships.
We can't go sailing the Suez in a whaler.
The Suez Canal. When did they reopen it?
Not long after you were attacked. Once they finished sweeping it for mines after the Arab-Israeli conflict. You understand? We're going to transfer to a container ship or passage through the Suez. Our destination is Pakistan, Afghanistan's neighbor to the south. There we disembark and head via Peshawar to the Zero Line.
The sun's down already. It goes without saying that darkness is good for infiltration. But your vision will be affected just the same. Keep your guard up, or who knows when you'll bump into an enemy.
Narrow, winding paths through the mountains. You'll do better on horseback. It's a local guerrilla tactic. They use the higher ridges to avoid air recons. Then they charge down the mountains for ambushes. The Soviets, they use it's a local We'll travel to the Khyber Pass by road.
And then
Continue on horseback. Afghanistan's main roads are under Soviet control.
that's marking. Focus on the thread and it'll be marked automatically. You can mark enemies and vehicles by zooming in with your binoculars or camera. Once they're marked, you'll also see their positions on the map.
Charge down the mountains for ambushes. The Soviets still haven't devised a counter strategy. Our time frame is only half as much as we really need. It'll be a tough march.
Better horses.
Well, it'll make for good physiotherapy. Take the time to get used to that new arm.
While the Soviets have indicated they are not participating in the Los Angeles
Hold
Olympics,
it. There's a Soviet guard post.
has made no
They're
attempt
bound to be guards. Take a look with your binoculars. Put the enemy in the center of your field of view.
belief that the issue has nothing to do with its preparations, and in fact this is retaliation for the Western nations' boycott of the previous Moscow Olympics. That concludes today's news.
That's quite...
While the Soviets have indicated they are not participating in the Los Angeles Olympics, primarily because the United States has made no attempt to guarantee the safety of the Soviet Union's athletes, the United States is increasingly demonstrating the belief that the issue has nothing to do with its preparations, and in fact this is retaliation for the Western nations' boycott of the previous Moscow Olympics. That concludes today's news.
The Soviet soldier. A lot of them came from Central Asia before, but lately they've been using more and more Russians. Simple, really. There's less hesitation to pull the trigger if they're not fighting their own race. Morbid cynicism, but it gets results. That's humanity for you.
The Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan. Over 50 countries were absent. It's too bad I didn't get to see Yamashita's judo. When the 40th Army crossed the Amu River 4 years ago, détente went right out the window. The U.S. Congress chose not to ratify SALT II, and Reagan's hardline politics won in the presidency in a landslide. According to him, the Soviet Union...
Sight, sound, keep all your enemy senses in mind. When you're near an enemy, stay low and move slowly.
replaced. You have arrived at your destination.
Where are your friends?
I don't know English. Angliski.
Boss, you don't understand what he said? I guess that makes sense. It looks like that horn stuck in your head has impacted the language center of your brain. If only we had a recruit with a Russian interpreter skill, we could get by with simultaneous interpretation.
Arme Schwein.
Spit it out.
Ruski speak, please.
Don't leave bodies out in the open. Find some place to drop them out of sight.
Ja, auch ein Gerät hat gerade dumm gemacht. Und 2 Controller.
You have arrived at your destination. Guard post captured.
Ja, war ich zu schnell auf den letzten Metern. Ja, ich war natürlich bei der schallgedämpften Knarre erstmal. Wo ich die jetzt verstecke. Jetzt mal. Ich hätte immer hier in die Ecke lege. Ist das entdeckt worden? Ich weiß es nicht.
Planning to walk the whole wilderness on foot? Use your horse.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
You're almost at the enemy outpost, Violo Village. The village is crawling with enemy soldiers. Don't just go waltzing in. Start with some recon. Is there anywhere that overlooks the village?
Ja. Drüben ist natürlich noch viel besser, aber...
Look at where the enemies are stationed. Look at their gear. Take it all in. There should be a command post somewhere. See any buildings with tighter security? If there are clues to Miller's whereabouts, I'll bet you can find them in there. It's a heavy machine gun. Packs far more power than any rifle. You can either use it yourself or destroy it. Either way, best keep in mind some way to deal with it.
Marker placed. Marker removed.
Okay.
A parabolic antenna. There could be intel files of some kind in there.
Okay, ja. Möglich, aber ich vertraue dem Braten noch nicht, darum... werden wir erstmal rüber zu diesem Berg reiten. Der Diamanten.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Jetzt machen wir wieder Schluss mit der Pferde-Action, das ist mir zu auffällig.
A parabolic antenna. The Soviets must have added that themselves. Meaning there's communications equipment inside?
Marker placed.
Not a civilian in sight. The Soviets have taken complete control of the place.
Das Gebäude da ist mein Ziel, wo ich hin möchte. Keine Soldaten? Geduld. Ja, gerne markiert den Typ. Macht der für eine Runde?
Marker removed.
Ah, okay, aber ich muss die gar nicht markieren. Es reicht, wenn ich die hier wirklich so... Okay, cool. Genau. Mörser ist auch ein interessantes Affe. Also den halt am liebsten. Das ist ein Dumpster, oder? Der ist ins Bett gegangen. Der andere da vorne steht noch. Vorsicht. Schneller Headshot kann die Sache erledigen. Jetzt drin sind noch Gegner, oder?
Dumpster. Looks big enough to hide somebody. You could stash a downed enemy in there, or hide in it yourself. Just don't stand too close to me afterward. Tragen wir erstmal ein ganzes Stück raus. Legen ihn hier ins Unterholz. Gerade ein Fahrzeug durch, das ist schon mal Arsch. Das ist
Hier einen Sowjetsoldaten nach dem anderen. Und doch alles verschwinden. So, das war Sub ist mein Suppressor.
Those materials are already processed. They should come in handy sooner or later. Why not start gathering them?
Mache ich. Okay. Das hier wäre mein Gebäude, was wird. Theoretisch ja, aber wie komme ich hier hoch? So, Frage. Hier, okay. Hier aus komme ich erstmal nicht weiter. Aha.
Hey, that's... So you picked up an intel file.
Extraction.
Now we know where Miller is.
Place.
I'm marking it on your iDroid.
The map has been updated.
Ja, nice. Okay, das ist nicht uncool, muss ich zugeben.
That's the building, boss. That's where they're holding Miller.
Okay. Es sind noch 3 versteckte Missionsziele.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Anytime you need advice, just give me a call.
Ja, schon klar. Vorne.
It's up to you whether to slip by enemies or take them down. Just remember that any situation can change fast. Familiarize yourself with your weapons and items while you can. You need to be able to switch between them quickly to meet any threat.
Das ist zu viele. Einen, der da patrouilliert, nehmen wir eventuell mit, aber ansonsten. So, ich stelle mal wieder rüber zum Spiel schauen. Map 3 beginnt gleich. Mir gefällt, was ich sehe. Kommt Leute, kurze Pause. Die Hunters, da gehen sie mit 2-1 in Führung, Leute. Das ist doch, was ich hören will. Ein bisschen Strecke machen. Der einsame Vogel jedoch noch auf der Straße. Mir nicht sicher, ob wir den ignorieren wollen oder können überhaupt. Könnten wir schon. Autsch! Ich will ja nur von der Straße runter haben. Machen wir einfach mal hier ins Unterholz. Dürfte eigentlich keiner sehen, so einfach. Ganz kurz, Horsey Horseman. Mal kurz Blümchen pflücken. Oh, der liegt jetzt gerade wieder ab. Ehrlich. Ich will nur ein bisschen Strecke machen, Leute. Oh, ich gleich noch mal ein bisschen. Oh, Stiegschauer. Sehe ich es eigentlich? Das ist doch. So, der Motto, als würde jemand sich beschweren wollen, weil ich nicht gucke. Wenn ich es schaffe, töten. Ja, das ist eine Frage, aber. Hier aus würde ich mich gerne zu Fuß fortbewegen, wenn ich hier irgendwo hoch. Das wäre jetzt tatsächlich meine Lieblingsherangehensweise. Ich will irgendwann einfach diese Cracks finden, die mir am Anfang beigebracht wurden. schon. Nein. Mann, das wäre so perfekt.
Hiding on horseback allows you to stay out of sight even while on the move. It's effective for avoiding enemy guard posts and long-range reconnaissance patrols.
Ja, das kenne ich. Ich weiß, wie das funktioniert, aber...
Sight, sound, keep all your enemy senses in mind. When you're near an enemy, stay low and move slowly. If you stand up and run around, you'll make it easier for them to spot you.
Im Gebäude, okay.
One day. They've got Miller locked up in that town. Check your iDroid for his location. I hope to hell he's alright. He's not your average client.
Friendly.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Wieder hochkommen, das wäre mir eine große Freude, wenn man da aus. Steckt ein Farmer. Dann sind wir schon wieder am Spielen. Egal. Noch Wäsche aufhängen. Oder bei den Schafen oder was? Hab ich nicht gesehen. Irgendwo hier hochkomme. Muss doch möglich sein, hier irgendwo einen guten Vantage Point zu erhalten. Halt nicht. Jinmu auf dem Doomfist. I like this. Ich habe zumindest genug Bewegung meiner Gegner verursacht, dass sie jetzt ein bisschen aufgescheucht sind, dass ich ein bisschen mehr Leute in mein Sichtfeld bekomme, dass mal versuch, was Positives daraus zu hören. Und der Kollege ist schon mal zurück am Suchscheinwerfer. Der da ist noch sehr nervös. Nicht so früh es geht als Tageslicht. Nicht so gut.
Sun will
It'll be
rise.
dawn soon. Your surroundings will be easier to see, but that goes for the enemy as well. The guard detail in Soviet outposts changes in the morning too. Watch yourself.
Hier ist der nervös noch losgeworden. Weit außerhalb der effektiven Reichweite bei der Knarre. Ich arbeite mich hinter den Outposts. Klar geht. Wenn ich mir das vorstelle, muss ich gar keinen Gegner überhaupt ausknocken. Hartes Rennen. Und irgendwo einen Weg hochzukommen. Ich bin schon bis hier gekommen. Nein. Shit. War richtig riskant. Eigentlich völlig klar, dass das riskant wird. hinkomme. Ändert sich alles. Mein wichtigster Weg ist die Erkundung noch her. Drüben. Sieht wirklich aus. Ich glaube, wir können mal kurz Schersengeld einberufen. Kurz an die Straße halten, aber das Problem ist, Moment, der Typ dort, wenn das jetzt nichts genutzt hat, ist entgegen meiner Vermutung gar keine Komm schon. Na bitte dich. So viel zum Thema, such dir ein Vantage Point und mach von da aus den Scheiß, ja klar. Wenn ich genau das mache, erzählt man mir, es geht nicht. Der Wichser. Hab's du Option, so nachts zu warten? Ich dachte, das ginge irgendwie. Wahrscheinlich muss ich das erst lernen. Ups. Und Fehler, das wollte ich gar nicht. Wie oft kriege ich noch hier rein, ey? Ich könnte auch einfach mich jetzt durchballern. Weil ich eh schon einmal den Fehler gemacht habe. Tödlichen Schuss abzufeuern, den ich gar nicht vorhatte abzufeuern. Schritte. Scheiße. Ganze Mühe für nichts.
God. No more use for me, huh? Kaz, it's me. I'm here to get you out. Snake. They do something to your eyes? No, it's just bright as all.
Ich hab's probiert. Was soll ich sagen?
What took you so long? We'll talk, but not here.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
You've secured the target. I'll send a chopper to get you out. Make your way to the RV. You can check the location on your iDroid.
Mission info has been updated.
Well, age hasn't slowed you down one bit. Not so heavy anymore, right?
Ja, das geht nicht. Wie hart. Ich muss jetzt diese Option einstellen. Nein, das will ich nicht. Das ist so ein Scheiß. Ja, bitte.
Arriving shortly at LZ.
Solche sollen da reingehen, damit ich vorbei kann. Und jetzt habe ich ein ziemliches Problem.
This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Mal ganz kurz hier warten, Kollege. Kommt her. Komm. Dummes Pferd! Entschuldigt, aber Ressourcen mitnehmen. Das sind so die grundlegenden Fähigkeiten, ne? Die ich besitze. Oh Mann, was für ein Chaos. Die Mission war ein absolutes Chaos.
Hey there, do you read me? This is Pequod.
Jo!
There's a gas covering the LZ. We can't land. Pulling back.
What?
Gas. It's them.
It's what? What is this shit? What the fuck is this shit? Metal Gear Solid ist irgendwie
Boss, watch out.
abgefuckt.
It's the skulls. Don't let them find us.
Extraction arrived.
Whatever that mist is, it's all around you. We can't see through it. I'm changing the RV so it's outside the mist. Get over there. The chopper will be waiting.
Caution.
You're leaving the mission area. You're not giving up, are you?
Caution. You are about to leave the mission area.
Okay, but seriously, ich will erstmal.
You know where you're headed, boss? If you place a marker on the map, you can keep track of where you want to go even when the map's closed.
Kann ich da durchreiten? Ich würde es gerne probieren. Ich weiß nicht, was die Viecher können, aber irgendwie scheint mir das die beste Chance zu sein. Keine Ahnung, was der Mist, fucking Mist. Ich weiß nicht, was die können, was die machen, was die sollen.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Okay, gut. Russische Basis von vorher.
The mist is cleared, and it looks like they're gone.
Those things. That's the unit that attacked us before. They came at us real fast in the same kind of mist. Oh, man. Survivors from 9 years ago were wiped out in minutes. I don't know what they want, but it's them. No mistake.
All right.
Mission
Put Miller in.
updated.
Okay. Holy shit, ich bin sehr gespannt. Wir haben noch einiges hier vor uns an Story und Zeug, das drüben ist eine... So, jetzt Soldier, der kann jetzt eigentlich am Arsch vorbeigehen, weil... Scouts? Okay, whatever. Eine war wahrscheinlich komplette Mission ohne jemanden, ne? Töten oder sowas. Sicher ist sicher.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Okay, B-Rank, ja, kann ich mir vorstellen. Kein kompletter Garbage oder ziemlicher Garbage. Schlechte Accuracy, Naturalization, ja klar. 15 Hits taken. Durch Minus. 4 Combat Alerts gibt Minus. No Kills, haben wir nicht geschafft. Auf einem guten Weg. Bei den Scouts, okay, ja. Andere Bonus habe ich nicht. Perfect Stealth, no Kills, nope. GMP. Okay. Bei GMP ist Rough Diamonds. Animals Rescue. So! Ich hätte diese Schafe rausholen können, oder wie? Verstehe. Alright. Afghanistan Today, Ocelots Briefing, genau. Okay, cool. 2. Wir uns alles noch an.